Well, shalom, shalom, guys. Paris Krishna Armani here, and welcome back to another inspirational video. And I hope you can't see my pics there. That's okay. My girl Erica Badu made it so cool for all of us gals to. I'm not shooting this video. Yes, I am. The girl's crazy. I did it first, though. I did it like several months ago on my Instagram page. Go look. Check me out. Check your girl out. You'll see me laying there with my unshaven pits. They're not too bad, though. I don't wear deodorant either, by the way, guys. I gave it up in my yoga teaching days, and I'm cancer-free. They say that wearing deodorant, antiperspirant, blocks the body from naturally releasing the toxins in that area. So that, and even wearing bras too much, the underwire in the bra can, they say, cause cancer, breast cancer. So, hey, no shame in my game. But anyways, no, I don't stink, guys. So you'd be surprised, just, taking a shower, 2 showers a day sometimes, most of the time in the summertime, you will not have a smell, guys. So anyways, today I'm excited because I am on tip number 5, which is, I'm not going to release this video, guys. I know y'all see my edges growing back. Hey. Yes, ma'am. I use this great little product called Beanstalk. Put it on my edges, and guys, my wig starts way back here. So all those little baby hairs are like boom, boom. Okay, this is not about me. All right, let's get back to the subject at hand. Okay, so we are talking about getting unstuck, right? Because this is something that most of us are challenged with in our businesses and our lives, especially you authors. It can be very challenging getting out of that place of that mental fog and getting stuck. So I talked about posting index cards around my office, or even I use like a dry eraser board to remind myself of what I'm supposed to be doing to keep me on task. I keep little post-it cards or index cards like taped around my home office, my vision board with my bestseller sticker right on the cover of my book that I'm working on. And I talked about tip number 3 is movement. Maybe do some yoga, some stretching, wash some dishes, do some cleaning, make your bed. Just get moving, get in that place of discomfort where success lives, because you just don't want to be complacent and being comfortable. So just movement, especially when you don't feel like it, move, and that will get the momentum going. Okay, and then tip number 4 was, after yoga, I love to meditate, because meditate will cleanse the mind. It will leave you feeling light, refreshed, renewed. Just a great way to renew your mind, right? And tip number 5, a lot of times after a nice, insightful yoga meditation, I will be inspired to write. So that is the perfect time for me to grab my little mastermind journal, like I call it. I made that term up, a mastermind journal, because I don't have a mastermind group yet. But Napoleon Hill talks about the importance of having a mastermind alliance in his book, Think and Grow Rich. So, excuse me, I just made some coffee. It's really good. I love the hazelnut cream. And I use a little MCT to create my own little version of bulletproof coffee. Google that, guys. It's really good stuff. So anyways, where was I? So writing, scripting, journaling. You don't have to be a writer. I mean, I am a writer. I have a blog that I've been stuck in, come to think about it, at parisarmani.com. If anybody wants to subscribe, I'm committed to having a new blog post up by tomorrow morning. So that's what I'll be doing tonight. And I also have published a book, which will be being re-released in December. And that book is called Change Your Philosophies, Change Your Life. It was formerly called The 6-Figure Mindset Coach, but I realized that I kind of got that after a coach that my first coach that I invested in, and she was all about mindset shifts and building 6-figure businesses and all that stuff. We were saying we were in the same network marketing company, Empower Network, and I just really took a lot of her ideas and just sort of made them my own. And there came a point where I realized, seeing some of her new content, that, we sound just alike. Like, is this girl biting my style, talking about 6-figure this and 6-figure mindset that? And I'm like, you know what? At the time, you were actually biting her style. So I dropped the whole six-figure mindset coach part. And I mean, I don't have to put it out there that I'm a coach. I'm a coach. And hey, that's what it is. I just proclaim it, right? So I don't need to have that on the cover of my book. And the title just really was never in love with the title. But, you know, Change Your Philosophies, Change Your Life is the name of my new book, guys. So back to the subject at hand. Okay, so writing. You don't have to be a writer like me, but you do want to write when you are inspired to, so you can go back and later look at those notes. And what do you write about? Well, my journal certainly isn't perfect, but they're my ideas. They're my insights. When you feel like, you know, you're inspired and you have a great idea, that is the time to do it, guys. In the moment. Napoleon Hill talks about keeping yourself a pocket-sized notebook with you at all times, because you have the mind is like a vast universe, right? So you just have like all these really inspirational ideas that just pop up sometimes. You never know where that inspiration is coming from or when it's going to happen. And we can't leave it to our mind, people, to remember like these really great insights or these great ideas. You might have $1 million idea that you let just slip away because you didn't write it down. So I love to write down ideas, hunches, and things like that I get. Or if I'm in a place of stuckness and I don't feel like moving, which is the perfect time to move, right? Sometimes I will just write. I will note to self, you know. I was watching a video the other day where I thought it was humorous. They talked about the 4-hour social media block, where you wake up in the morning with no plan, no agenda. You haven't filled in your planner, and you get on social media. People never get on social media your first hour of the day, right? If you want to crush your day, you kill it the first hour, right? So by winning the first hour of your day through a daily, consistent morning ritual routine of some exercise, maybe some yoga, meditation, some scripting and journaling, visualization exercises, affirmations, you know, that type of thing, having that set routine. This is something that all successful people have in common. It may not be the same routine, but they have a routine. So you definitely want to have a morning ritual that you commit to being consistent with every day if you want to win the rest of your day. So when I got stuck, you know, I don't know, this was maybe a month or two ago, you know, for example, I flipped open my little mastermind journal and, you know, note to self. That's a great place to get started, guys. If you don't know what to write, note to self. You do it and you hashtag it on social media all the time for the world to see. Well, how about writing in your personal pocket-sized journal or pocketbook-sized journal, whatever works for you. And, you know, note to self. I had to do a note to myself, guys, to never wake up with nothing on my agenda and get on Facebook, right? Because what happens is 4 hours later, you've just, you know, it's like you were just in a blackout, right? Remember like that time you had a heavy night of drinking and it's like, you don't remember what happened, how you got home last night. You just know that you're grateful that your car is parked in front of your house because you don't even remember how you got home. So we should never be doing drinking and driving. I don't advocate that one bit. So seriously, guys. So I don't want to have a 4-hour blackout with social media again, where I didn't do any of my goals that morning or that evening, right? Because time is so precious. There's like 68, 72 hours in a week or something like that. And you should not waste, I try not to waste any of them. But sometimes I do go a little, you know, overboard with being on social media, you know, trying to engage with all of my my followers or my connections who have engaged with me. And, you know, that does hold a purpose, right, in connecting with those that support you. But there comes a point where you have to deactivate. I do it all the time. Where you have to get back on task. You have to stay focused, right? You can't, you know, be sucked into, you know, the 8 notifications that you must see, you know, when you wake up in the morning sometimes, what those notifications are, because it's a trick, guys. It's setting you up, because before you know it, 4-hour blackout, you got nothing done, right? So, or, you know, it'll turn into a to-do list, you know, note to self, I need to do this, or, you know, some possible ideas of my next book, or that's how I came up with the name of this book. I wrote it down. You know, you guys write it down, trust me. And when you're feeling like you're lacking inspiration and motivation, then you can just simply go back through your journal, maybe some insights that you had, and read through your stuff, right? Because I don't always wake up in, this place of superwoman, like I'm going to conquer the world, I'm going to conquer my day, right? I'm going to have an impact, right? I'm going to overcome all obstacles. It's like I have to put in some work to get there, right? I have to do my affirmations, right? I have to meditate and clear my mind, right? I have to build up my confidence, right? So it takes some effort, to stay in this space of the best version of you, right? And when you write down like what you're going through, the insights that you have, you can immediately get right back to that space that you were just in just 24 hours ago. There's some times where I'll start a new project and it's like, or somebody will be working on a project that is something that I think to myself, hey, why didn't I ever do that? This was something that I thought about, but hey, when you don't take advantage or act on your ideas, as Gary Vaynerchuk says, ideas are shit. Execution is the game. Somebody else will. So your mastermind journal is a little journal that is uniquely your world, your universe, your aspirations, your dreams, your goals. It turns into goal setting. Statistics show that people who actually write their goals down are like 90 something times percent more likely to accomplish them, right? Because people who don't write their goals down, they really don't have goals, right? So you can't hit a target you can't see. So you have to have goals. Otherwise, you become what's Napoleon Hill has coined as a drifter, right, through the world. You're just out here aimlessly wandering with no destination. So you really have to write your goals down and be specific with a deadline. We'll talk more about deadlines in my next video. Okay, so I feel like there's so much more I could say. I'm trying to keep these videos short, and I've already gone to 12 minutes, so I'm going to wrap this video up, guys. Please leave your comments. Let me know what works for you when you get in that place of stuckness, and I will be back on the next video. That's my time, guys. Love you. See you next time. Shalom.